A lot of different concerns that that are impacted by this directly, not just the homicide rates, the murder rates of Indigenous folks, but also what they're linked to ecologically. So a lot of these women go missing and murdered around man camps, is what we call them, pipeline camps of people that are the folks that work for the pipelines, setting up these man camps and taking advantage of Indigenous women who live close to their communities or, you know, are surrounded by these areas. This is something that has potential to affect the communities here in the UP because we have Line 5 in the Mackinac Straits. They are planning on building a tunnel around it to encase the pipeline to avoid spills, but again, that brings man camps here to the community, and it poses a very dangerous threat to Indigenous people. There was a study that was done in 2016 that identified 23 different hotspots across the country that have a higher rate of missing and murdered Indigenous women across the country, and several of those are linked to pipelines. The most visible violence that had happened that the media covered was in Standing Rock. And there was, the pipeline hadn't even been built yet, but the private company that hired the Army Corps of Engineers and several different groups to protect that property met peaceful protesters with violence. And that's usually how these things happen, is that our women are faced with violence by protecting sacred homelands, by protecting water, by protecting their relatives. And so for us to be met with this violence is